We always say that a French is happy as long as, in the morning he thinks of two things, lunch and dinner. It's always a very exciting moment to sit down and to be surrounded with creative people that will do a thoughtful food. So whether it's Italian, French, Japanese, Chinese food, I'm very curious. I'm curious and I'm thirsty for life, and I think it goes into a lot of different aspects of it, whether it's food, whether it's art, whether it's people, whether it's architecture. Very interesting, when you're young, your parents kind of decide whether you're going to be at the table for the children or whether you're going to be at the table for the parents. So we were put at the adult tables very soon, very early. Adults, and so that was for us a way to kind of like get at the table and then meet. We were not saying much, right? But matters is that we participate in the conversation with the adults, so that we got to meet the artist actually very early. So yes, we brought the first show with Zaoki because he was such a dear friend of the family, and it's true that we got to know him at a moment where Zaoki was a master, but he was still very approachable, and then he's always been very kind, and in terms of a human being, he was an amazing person, very generous, always laughing, but so focused on his work. And I think that there was this mission of painting, which was way more than just an entertainment or doing something nice. It was really a mission that he had in the core himself, and that's what he shared with us, and I think that this is what we've seen in other artists that we have the chance to know afterwards. For me, I'm trying to share another vision or another way of looking at the art, another way also of approaching the art world, creating a collection. I don't think that I'm doing something that is better, but I really think that I'm doing a different way of looking at the art. I mean, whether it's the exhibitions, that allows us to create salon, we create music salon, calligraphy salon. So it's the idea of bringing people into the space, debating about art, creating discussions to talk about the art. The art should be there to enlighten us, all of us. And I think that this is why we also create stories, and the curation is a bit different. We take more and more time into curating properly the whole space, making sure that a piece of design or whether it's the sofa, whether it's a table, everything is there for a reason. It's that every artworks needs to speak, and we should remove all the necessary objects and things in the room, so that the necessary and then the artworks could speak. We are the only gallery that will welcome every visitor, whether you're a collector or you're just someone that's going to pass by with a tour. And the idea is that you're going to understand the show from the way it's been built, from the context that we try to bring. For me, this is the way I've had the chance, let's say, to approach art, and I just want to share in the same way. And I think it's so important because most of the collectors that will emerge in the future will come from this part of the world. The responsibility is not just to create good collections, it's to create a new way of looking at the art world altogether that is coming from Asia, that is coming from this part of the world, because this is what we want to hear, what this part of the world has to say, and not just the way the Western market looks at it. And I think that we want to accompany this trend. That's the basic for everything, because the truth is we want the best thing in art is when you fall in love, and for me there's no better satisfaction than to have people looking at the show and just it changes their day, it changes the mood that they were in, their belief in life. They look at the world differently. For me, that's my best satisfaction, because it brings me great joy to know that we are participating, having our role into the way we promote this gallery, promote art and the artists that we believe in. Today, people buy artwork so they can make money, and then every people in the chain, they make money. But the truth is, when you buy an artwork, the way it was before and the way I like it, is actually you're giving money to the artist so that the artist is free to continue to create. And so I think that for us, our mission as collectors, as dealers, is to give the freedom for the financial support, to give the freedom for the artist to be more themselves and to be more what they want to be, so that they can seek for and take bigger risks and be better artists. Yeah, for young collectors is we work with young collectors that also have their own opinion, own way of wanting to buy art. But for us, we think that they have a big role to play in the way they want to surround themselves with. At the end, collecting is choosing who you want to start conversations with. It's like choosing who you want to be living with in your apartment. Like, as you would choose a flatmate, or you would choose your friends. You're choosing. Is that the people you want to talk to? So of course it can be sometimes a bit fun and then nice, light and easy. But it is a reflection of who you are and how you want to surround yourself with. These conversations make you who you are. So sometimes you want that flashy, maybe pop, maybe more different type of art that represents a more dynamic side of you. But sometimes you want to go in depth and you want your life to be more meaningful, and you're looking for artists that have this depth as well and have this new way of looking at the world that might change you also, because it's not just about a reflection, it's also about changing you and making you better.